Hi, today we are going to see Introduction to SQL Server Integration Services. So it's a Microsoft ETL tool. ETL stands for Extract, Transform and Load, which is used extensively for moving data from one source to another destination, data migration, and sometimes moving, building a data warehouse. So let's go one by one. So, what is SQL Server Integration Services? It's a platform for building high performance data integration solution, which creates a pipeline from which the data can be transferred from a source, can be transformed to another form, and then finally loaded to a destination. Why do we need SSIS? Retrieve data from just about any sources. So your source is flat file or a Oracle database or sometimes a ERP solution. You can pull the data from that, can load the data into any destination, and then you can do any kind of transformation, whether it is changing cases, doing lookups, or joining data, doing union, anything you can do on SSIS. Now let's quickly take a look on the different parts of SSIS, or which are the important building blocks of SSIS. So basically your SSIS package will consist of tasks which can be put in any container. If it is not inside any container, that will be in parent container, that is the complete package. And then inside the container you can group tasks as well. Then you will have some data source connections. Then you will have log providers which will allow you to log what actions are going on in the package. We'll see that in our example as well. So there are different types of development elements in SSIS, that is data flow. Data flow is a child container of a control flow. Control flow is considered as the top universal parent in the SSIS, where all the tasks and workflows are defined, and inside that data flow is another task. So inside data flow you can have source, transformations and destinations. You will have event handlers which will allow, like in case if any task is failing or there is a pre-execute, post-execute logs which you want to do, you can do through event handlers or you can do through the logging. Now you have process explorer which will give you access to which all tasks you have created in a single go. So we'll visit them all. To refer to the initial documentation, you can use the following link. You can also use my blog to check for the updates. You can subscribe to my channel. Now let's quickly see the example. So we can install SSIS and then we can go to Visual Studio to create a new project. Here inside business intelligence, you will see the option of integration services. Inside integration services, there is a import export wizard. Even in SQL Server also you can do import and export by just right clicking on any database, and then inside task you will have import data. So this import and export wizard depicts the same thing, but we'll create a project on integration services. Let's call this project as training. So we will quickly see what are the building blocks inside a given package. So this is our package where we can do multiple tasks. This is control flow area where you can define the workflows. Here you will have the connection providers. Then once you add a data flow task, you will get access to the data flow area for that task. Then you can define parameters for a package. I'm using the latest version of SSIS development, that is with Visual Studio 2015. Then you have event handlers, which will allow what action you want to perform on any kind of events. Then package explorer will give you access to all the variables, the tasks which you have defined. Here on right side you can see, if you want to see project properties, you can get all the details. You can specify protection labels, creator details. Then you can set up the deployment settings, build settings. This will allow you which target server version you are going to put the current package on, or the entire project on. Now with SQL 2012 plus, you will get another deployment option, that is project deployment mode. So for project deployment mode, you need to go here. So initially when you install SQL Server, you will have to get this database installed. So you can right click here and then you can click on create catalog. That will give you a step-by-step procedure of creating the SSIS DB, where you can do the project deployments. Here you can define the project parameters, which can be shared across all the packages, can be utilized by them. You can also have project connections, which can again be utilized by all the packages. So these are all shared connections which will be inherited in each packages. In next sections we will visit how to create a general task for moving data from a file to database.